this is nice.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. It's good to be here. Hi, my name's Bodhi. I'm 21 years old. I live in Newcastle, Australia. I'm a nursing student. I'm in my final year, so I'm almost done. And just recently, I donated stem cells, and I've been told I saved a life. I decided to film the whole journey to just give people an idea of what goes into it.
Okay, so I've just missed a call from Stem Cell Donors Australia. They left me a voicemail. I'm just going to call them back. This is pretty exciting. Let's see.
Stem Cell Donors Australia, this is Michelle.
Hi, Michelle, it's Bodhi.
So Bodhi, the reason for the call was I've got some exciting news for you. You've actually been selected as the primary donor for a patient in need of a stem cell transplant.
Okay, wow.
I was just reaching out just to reconfirm with you if you are still happy to proceed with this request.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad. Oh no, thank you so much, and thank you for being willing to proceed with this request.
I was really excited. I was very, very keen to get into the process and learn what's going to happen to me, go through this procedure and come out the other side being able to help someone. Stem cell donation is really important. So it doesn't just help with things like blood cancers, there's also other blood disorders that it can really help with. Good morning, everyone. I've travelled to Sydney this morning to attend my first official appointment for stem cell donation. So I'm just walking to the hospital now. I've been on the train for a couple of hours. Gonna meet the doctors, meet the staff, get a bunch of tests done. Look forward to it. I'll keep you guys updated. The point of the workup appointment was just to make sure that I was doing well before the donation. Just made sure that everything was ready for the day of donation. I got to meet the team. They were really nice. We had Dr. Janlin was the hematologist, and then we had Beth and Vivian were the nurses. They really made me feel like the priority of the day and did a lot of the paperwork with me and just explained the whole procedure really thoroughly. It was great. So when it comes to stem cell donation, it's a lot more unique than a simple blood donation. Blood can go to pretty much anyone, but the stem cells, they need to test it several times, test you and the recipient to guarantee that they get the best match. We started off with a whole bunch of blood tests. They took about 10 vials of blood from me, and then they did ECG, chest x-ray, just to make sure everything in here was going well. They gave me these little needles to inject myself with, and it's got a solution called GCSF in there. What that does is stimulate the stem cells in your bones to reproduce. When there's too many in the bones, they push out and end up in the bloodstream. So you end the procedure, you end the whole process of stem cell donation with more stem cells than you actually started with. You don't lose any stem cells.
Will I sort of be, if I have more stem cells, does that make me a sort of superhuman? Will I heal faster?
No.
Or no, unfortunately not.
No, so the stem cells will keep producing for a little while when you finish the injections, and then they will just naturally die off.
So they give you this fake skin to practice the injections with. You just strap it to your own leg, and it's this plastic, and it's got a sponge inside. They teach you how to inject yourself. You can put it in your thigh, either one, or you can put it in your belly.
So this is what a real one looks like. Just a really small needle. So the needle is really small. If you can see that, you barely even feel it when it goes in. Okay, so I've just finished up for the day. We've done all the tests, we've signed all the paperwork, and now I'm headed back to Newcastle. I've got to get to uni tomorrow, so back on the train for a couple of hours. And yeah, this all leads to saving someone's life, which is pretty great.
I can't lie, I'm a little bit nervous about the whole injecting myself thing. I've been trained by the very best at the hospital.
We're gonna pick a nice juicy spot right there. Okay. You and me, together. We're gonna do this together. Here we go. Done. That was super easy. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm so proud of myself. That was awesome.
I had to give myself about 8 needles, I think, leading up to the appointment. The first one I gave was pretty confronting. By the second time, I did it in just a few seconds, and by the end of the 4 or 5 days, it was easy.
Done. Easy. Super easy. High five. Not you. High five.
One funny thing that happened was one of the first injections I was giving myself. I was in front of the window. My landlord walks past the window and looks in just as I'm holding this needle about to inject myself. We haven't spoken about it since. He hasn't brought it up. I will never bring it up.
Someone just walked by my window. I think it was my landlord. Walked by my open window as I'm holding a needle in my hand.
The last one I did at 4 a.m. I woke up, I was very tired, ripped off the cap and just stuck it in and went straight back to sleep. It was nothing by that point. You get so used to it and it's so non-invasive and it barely hurts. It's all worth it in the end to be able to donate your stem cells and then save a life. The donation day. We should start with the journey down to Sydney first. We, myself and my beautiful girlfriend Erin, went down the day before. So we figured we're gonna be in Sydney. We're driving past the water park anyway. Why don't we go a few hours early and spend the day there having some fun? I've been told I was the first donor in history to go to the water park the day before the donation, but I would definitely recommend it. After that, we went to our hotel. Incredible hotel. It was all organized by Stem Cell Donors Australia, so we didn't have to pay a cent towards it. We went and had dinner, a good night's rest before the big day. Okay, so we've made it. We're at Concord Hospital, and today is the big day of the donation. This is my support person, Erin. Hello, Erin. I'm feeling pretty excited. Donation takes about 5 hours or something, and you just have to sit in the chair the whole time. So I occupied myself by just talking to the nurses, talking to Erin, had some food, had a lot of ice chips throughout the whole thing. When they collect the stem cells, it separates out into different layers. They've got the blood and the plasma and the stem cells, and in the plasma, they can see the color of it changes based on how much fat is in your blood. And I had a pretty big dinner the night before. Little restaurant around the corner from the hotel. It's called Fat Dumpling. Every single nurse who came in commented on how much fat they could see in my blood, but they were absolutely delicious and I would do it again.
It's very cloudy. So if it is a bit more clearer, then he's on a pretty good diet. But if it gets a bit cloudy, it's all the fatty stuff that we're pulling out that he's eaten the night before. Yeah.
If I'd known this, I would have had lettuce for dinner.
So once the donation was completed, basically as soon as they unhooked me from the machine, they took the bag, they put it in the fridge, and I think basically immediately there was a special man waiting with a cooler to take the stem cells and vanish with them. They go straight from my arms straight into the recipient. Beth gave me the good news.
We got our results back.
5 by 10 to the 6, which is absolutely fantastic.
We got 5. We got 5. Yay.
So well done.
You guys happy? We got 5. The donation was a success. They collected enough stem cells and we were good to go home. Right now I have no idea who I donated to. I don't know their age or their name or anything. But in 2 years, if both myself and the recipient consent, we can be put in contact and I might find out a bit more about them. If I could give a message to my recipient, it would be, I hope that you're happy. I hope you're healthy, walking around out there, spending time with your family. I hope there's a little bit more happiness in the world because of such a simple little thing that I did. I hope you're good. I've gone through this big journey of being selected and undergoing testing and finding out I'm someone's best match. But on the other side of the curtain, there's a patient who's critically ill, and I imagine the day that they found out they had secured a best match, I can't imagine what that would have been like. It's incredible that I can be that person that helps someone like that. There are still thousands of Australians out there who need a match and are waiting on a match. They've checked the whole database and there's no one who can provide them stem cells yet, until more people sign up and they get more opportunities to get better. I really cannot stress enough, it is so easy to sign up. It takes 5 minutes, it's completely free. You could change someone's life. Sign up, say yes to donate, and save a life.